Hello, everybody, and welcome to the First Class League FCL8. My name is the Boat Brad Gilmore, joined as always by Steph Sabra. Is it Stephanie? Is it Stephanie?
Brad, no. Stephanie is dead. Steffi is dead. Steph is here to say, and she's here right now with you, Brad. Don't do the government names.
Don't put the government out there.
We're our relationship, Brad. You just came in hot with government names.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, I was asking, is it, I don't know. You know, I'm Brad. You can go by Bradley. Bradley is the full. Yes. It's Brad, not that big of a...
And Stephanie Sabra. This would be a whole different show. Oh, we lost Brad. It's just me. I was like, should I pause for him? What's up, y'all? We lost Brad for a second. Hopefully we get him back. These are 4 competitors we've seen in the FCL. These are 4 competitors we've seen dominate and win their first matches in the FCL. So that makes the stakes a little bit higher as we move closer to a championship. And it also makes us more familiar with these players, which is really cool for me. And I'm sure Brad feels similarly, where we're getting to know these players and these competitors in the FCL and growing attached to them. Like, we have an Italian stallion on the move today. We have a former Bachelor Superman fan on the move today in our first match, as we have Jared Haibon and Gerald Battoglia joining us. Of course, Jared Haibon is the former Bachelor, but now I found out, we talked a little bit earlier today, massive Superman fan, and I think he serves those vibes as well. And then Gerald Battoglia, which is our Italian stallion, serving nothing but the Godfather vibes at all times.
Jared Haibon winning this match? Forget about it. The wise guy winning this match? Forget about it.
Gerald. I heard you called me out, and I'm here to face you.
I'm about to go up against Jared Haibon. I've been told that Jared was on The Bachelor. I don't watch that reality TV garbage, except for Mob Wives. Now that was some grade A television right there.
So I'm already 1-0 in the FCL, and I plan on being 2-0.
Jared, you're gonna take this loss very personally. So to make you feel better, I'm gonna have a nice beautiful box of roses sent to you after the match. And don't worry, I got one of my top guys that's gonna bring it to you.
You seem like a really good guy. I love Italian food as much as the next guy. But unfortunately, I'm coming for blood.
And even though this loss is gonna be personal for you, Jared, to me, it's just business.
And we're back here on the First Class League. Steph, I have no idea what happened. I don't know if it was Sinister James Shimo. I don't know if the internet gods didn't like me throwing out that Stephanie slug out there. I don't know what they did, but something happened to where the world decided, yeah, you know what? We've had enough of Brad Gilmore for a moment, but we are back here on FCL8. We just saw the match that's about to go down. Gerald Battoglia versus Jared Haibon. Now, we saw Jared, obviously, first FCL match ever he was a part of, had that victory in there against Abby Kareen. And then when you had Gerald Battoglia went out there and he took care of business as well. These are both winners, but someone's, they're 1-0. Someone's O must go today, Steph Sabra, between the two of these gentlemen. He liked that, didn't he? He liked
the
that.
O must go, but Brad must stay, y'all. If you'll ever kick Brad out while I am here, I will go too. I don't do this without Brad. It's so good to have you back, Brad. But maybe that is what you get for throwing out the government. But I agree. I was saying before, while you were gone, it is exciting because we're moving closer to that championship, and we have 2 competitors we've seen win. And so that makes the competition higher for both of them. I'm sure they're both excited to play competitors that have proven themselves in the FCL so far and see how they do against each other today.
But Steph, we've already talked about it, and I know what the people are ready. The people are ready. They're ready to see it. So you know what? It's time to bring in our competitors for this week here in the First Class League, and introducing first. Coming to you from New York City, this man holds a professional record of 1 win and no losses. He is the wise guy, Gerald Battoglia. And there he is,
What's up,
the wise
Gerald?
guy himself, looking rather dapper today. How you doing, Jared?
I'm doing very well. Don Gilmore, thank you so much for having me back.
Oh, I'm Don Gilmore now. I like it. Well, you have a big test ahead of you today in the first class league. You were victorious the first time around. Have you done anything different in your preparation for this match?
Well, I can tell you I've been keeping a very close eye on Jared. Been watching his old matches, so I know what to expect from him.
Sounds like a smart move, wise guy. Gerald, I gotta say, I think it's safe to assume your love language is probably the Godfather. So do you think that you're going to send Jared swimming with the fishes tonight?
Oh, most definitely. Listen, I got all the respect in the world for Jared, but, by the end of this match, he's going to be known as Jared Has-Been.
Oh, wow. Some shots and slugs being sent by the wise guy, Gerald Battoglia. Gerald, we will see you. Yes, she whips her hair back and forth for that one. Gerald, we will see you here soon, and good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right. Well, hey, man, I like you. I know you're here for it, Steph. I already know. I know you're here for it.
I don't like drama, but when it comes to the FCL, let's heat it up.
Let's get it. And his opponent. Making his way to the FCL stage from the great state of Rhode Island. Ladies and gentlemen, this man holds a professional record of 1 win and no losses in the first class league. He is Jared Too Smooth Haibon.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much, everybody, for having me. I really appreciate it. By the way, the joke's on Gerald. I'm already a has-been, okay? Been there, done that.
Well, welcome back. Welcome back to FCL. You were a part of the very first match that ever went down in this new league for the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. You walked away with a victory. You felt pretty good about it. What has been kind of your, thinking ever since that win and going into this match?
I mean, my thinking is I just got to continue winning. I didn't get drafted in the Schmoedown this year, which of course I think is BS, but I digress. So I got to prove myself in the FCL, which I got no problem doing. I'm 1-0. I'm looking to go 2-0. I just parlayed a bowl of spaghetti marinara. I finished 1 Italian dish. I'm looking to finish a second one before 7 o'clock.
Oh man, Here we go. The spice is out, Steph.
Jared, I also had pasta today, so I feel you on that. I'm loving the energy.
Delicious.
I already see roses in the live stream being thrown your way. How do you plan on coming out victorious today with the specific competitor you're competing against is the Italian, the wise guy?
Yeah, the wise guy. He's got skill. He's an up-and-comer. He's trying to be a made man. Seems like a nice guy, but today he's my competitor, so we're enemies. I just hope that if I win, I don't wake up tomorrow morning with a horse's head in my bed. That's all I ask.
We know it's a small ask. It's a small ask, Jared, but hopefully we can pull that off. Well, good luck to you, sir. We look forward to seeing you compete.
Thank you.
All right, and there they are, Steph. Here are 2 competitors. We have Gerald Battoglia, the wise guy. We have Jared Too Smooth Haibon. Here are the rules of round number 1. Though both players will receive the same 8 questions, they will write the answers on the whiteboards. You will speak and reveal those answers at the same time, and each question correct is worth 1 point. And as always, throughout the match, it is 3 question repeats, also known as the JTE rule, and 1 challenge for the entirety of the match. Those are the rules. Those are the rules for round number 1. And now we can officially get into the match. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the first class league, and here we go again. Round number 1, question number 1 in the category of action adventure. Who stars as Lara Croft in the 2018 reboot of Tomb Raider?
I'm excited about this match. Also, I got a Lara Croft hairstyle going on today.
You
Who
do.
knew?
You
Who
do.
knew?
I'm really digging it. I like this. I like this look. You look like you're ready to go into the Amazonian jungle with Daniel Craig and find something. We need an answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we go to Gerald.
Alicia Vikander.
And Jared.
Not Angelina Jolie. I didn't know.
So Gerald gets it right. Jared gets it wrong. We are 1-0 going into question number 2.
You were right that it wasn't the Angelina Jolie
Get a half
version.
point, right?
That is correct. That's technically correct.
Question number 2 in the category of directors. Who directed Wall Street, Natural Born Killers, and Nixon?
Early miss there from Jared, but as we've seen in this game, anything can happen. You can't sweat after just one question getting missed.
No, absolutely not. It's still early, and we need an answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We go to Jared first.
Is it Oliver Stone?
That is correct. We move to the wise guy next.
Oliver Stone.
Oliver Stone it is. Both points on the board for these men today.
All right. And we get to question number 3 in the category of comedies. This 2000 J. Roach comedy starred Ben Stiller as a nurse who travels to his girlfriend's family's house and struggles to impress her father, played by Robert De Niro.
Brad, how was it meeting your girlfriend's parents for the first time?
That is a story that isn't able to be told on the First Class League, but I will fill you in. Let's just say I feel Ben Stiller in some regard, and we need an answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we go to Jared.
Oh, Meet the Parents.
Meet the Parents is correct. Gerald.
Meet the Parents.
Meet the Parents is correct. It is 3-2 as we get to question 4.
And Gerald is perfect so far in round number 1. Question number 4 in the category of movie release dates. Jurassic Park, Mrs. Doubtfire, and Philadelphia were released in what year?
Which one of these 3 is your go-to, Steph?
Oh, Mrs. Doubtfire all day. Robin Williams, legend.
Did you hear there's like an X-rated cut of this movie? Have you heard that?
No, but I gotta see it.
Absolutely.
You answered 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We go to Gerald first.
1993.
1993 is correct. We move to Jared.
1993.
Yes. Okay. Both men got this question correct. 1993. A good year indeed.
I wonder why. And we get to question number 5, category fantasy science fiction. This 2014 Luc Besson film features Scarlett Johansson as the titular character who gains psychokinetic abilities when a nootropic psychedelic drug is absorbed into her bloodstream.
Oh, what the hell is the name of this movie? Oh.
Happy AAPI Heritage Month to Scarlett Johansson. Just kidding, but for real, happy AAPI Heritage Month to all.
Yes. And we need an answer in 5, 4, 3, 2.
I'll take my first JTE.
All right. You want a question repeat on this one? All right. Here is your question, category science fiction. This 2014 Luc Besson film features Scarlett Johansson as the titular character who gains psychokinetic abilities when a nootropic psychedelic drug is absorbed into her bloodstream.
It's AAPI Heritage Month and Jewish American History Month, so it's a big month.
It's a big month. Have you ever had a nootropic psychedelic drug, Steph?
No, but I kind of wish I did.
And we need an answer in 4, 3, 2, 1, and we go to Gerald.
Lucy.
Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, and we go to Jared.
I didn't get it, no.
Oh, yes. 5-3, looking for Lucy. Lucy, yes, as we get to our next question.
Question number 6 in the category of 2010s. Guillermo del Toro directed this 2013 sci-fi monster film starring Charlie Hunnam, Idris Elba, and Charlie Day, which spawned a sequel in 2018 subtitled Uprising.
I'm a big Idris Elba guy. He's an impeccable dresser and a handsome man at that.
I think you're absolutely correct. Concrete Cowboy was a good movie on Netflix. If you haven't seen it, check it out. We need an answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We go to Gerald first.
Pacific Rim.
Pacific Rim is correct. Jared, we move to you next with already throwing it up. Pacific Rim. He gets another point on the board.
All right, now here's where we stand, though. Right now, I believe it is 6-4. Gerald Battoglia has not missed. has not missed. We have 2 more questions in this round. And as Mark Ellis would say, your penultimate question is in the category of horror thriller. Jack Black plays famed author R.L. Stine in this 2015 horror-based comedy on Stine's series of novels.
I love Jack Black. My favorite Jack Black quote, one of them, "You're not hardcore unless you're living a life that's hardcore."
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. That tracks. I see his logic and reasoning in that, and we need an answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Too smooth, Jared Haibon.
Goosebumps.
Goosebumps is correct. Loved those books when I was a kid. And Gerald.
Goosebumps.
Goosebumps is right. Now, Gerald Battoglia, 1 question away from a perfect round 1. Steph, the 8th and final question.
Question number 8 in the category of animated. Who voices James P. Sullivan in the Monsters, Inc. films? Mike, your paperwork.
That's pretty good, Steph. It's not bad. You worked on that. That's not just a random go-to.
It's practice.
Yeah.
No.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We go to Gerald first.
John Goodman.
John Goodman. You got that good. That's correct.
I had a 50-50 shot. I put Crystal.
For Billy Crystal. Oh, no. Incorrect.
Yeah.
Incorrect is Billy Crystal. Well, Gerald Battoglia, Steph just said you have that good, and she is correct. You have a perfect round number 1, which means you're entitled to a bonus question, and I will read you that bonus question right now. You do not have to wait till the 15 seconds are up. You can say that answer and write it down whenever you are ready. Here is your question for your bonus question in round number 1. In what film does Jennifer Garner first appear in the role of Electra Nachos?
Daredevil.
Daredevil is correct for an additional point. 4-point lead right now for Gerald Battoglia going into the all-important, what we now call the whirl round in round 2. Steph Sabra, talk to me, though, about this right now. That's a pretty significant lead. What do you think Jared needs to do here in round number 2?
It's a significant lead, but as we've seen, round 2 and round 3, a lead like that really doesn't mean anything if you don't pull it in the same way, in the same fashion in the rounds coming up. So Jared just needs to do what he does, which is answers questions correctly, which we've seen him do before, and I believe that he can do it now. It just, that was an impressive round 1 from Gerald for sure.
Absolutely. Hey, it's pretty simple in this game. Answer the questions correct, you might be in the lead. And we're going to get to round number 2 right now, which we have called now the whirl round. Here are the rules for round number 2. Each competitor will get a spin at the category wheel. Now, if you spin it once and you don't like the category you land on, you can respin it unless it lands on opponent's choice. Competitors will get 4 questions from that chosen category. Questions are worth 2 points unless you opt for multiple choice. Then the value drops down to only 1 point. Now, you have 15 seconds to answer each question. If you give an incorrect answer, your opponents may steal. They may steal. Repeats and challenges are still in effect for round number 2. Right now, Gerald Battoglia, you are up 9-5. You can either spin first or you can defer to Jared Haibon.
Let's keep it going. I'm going to spin first.
All right. Like the confidence from the wise guy right here, it is your wheel, and it's time to give it the proverbial whirl. Let's do it.
Yes!
Let's do it. We've made this a thing. We
It's a
really
thing.
have. It's definitely a thing.
That's
And
what thing this is.
and it lands on, as the wheel stops, 2000s. 2000s, Gerald.
Okay. I'm going to stick with it. Let's do it.
Going to stick with 2000s. All right. Gerald Battoglia is going to stick with 2000s. Gerald, I will be asking you your questions in the realm of 2000s movies. Here's a 2000s movies. And here we go for your first question in round number 2. Gerald Battoglia, what Academy Award-winning actor plays the warrior Achilles in the 2004 epic drama Troy?
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt is correct for 2 more points. Brad Pitt is correct as we get to your second question in the category of 2000s. Category of 2000s. Who stars as Terry Benedict, the primary antagonist to the crew in Ocean's 11?
Andy Garcia.
Andy Garcia is correct for another 2 points. Gerald Battoglia feeling comfortable in his category of 2000s. And we're going to move on. We're going to move on here. Ron Howard directed Tom Hanks as Robert Langdon for the first time in this 2006 mystery thriller based on Dan Brown's best-selling novel of the same name.
The Da Vinci Code.
The Da Vinci Code, Bellissimo, you have gotten it right again. Another 2 points. Another 2 points for Gerald Battoglia, who still has not missed a single question thus far. And your final question in round number 2 in the category of 2000s films. Who stars as Mary Fiore, the wedding planner, alongside Matthew McConaughey in the 2001 film The Wedding Planner?
Jennifer Lopez.
Don't be fooled by the rocks that she's got. She's still Jenny from the block. That is correct for another 2 points. And Gerald Battoglia saying, you know what? This game don't sweat me none and love don't cost a thing. He is up 17-5 right now. Steph, that's very impressive.
Very impressive, and he's stayed cool, calm, and collected since we started. I mean, you're really not getting too much emotion from him. All you're hearing is that thick Italian accent that we all love to hear, and right answers.
Yeah, no incorrect answers thus far. But now, Jared, it is your turn. It is your turn to spin the proverbial wheel. Are you ready, sir?
I'm ready. Let's go,
All right.
Superman.
He's hoping for some good luck here, and let's give the wheel the world.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
Big bucks, no
There it is.
whammies.
It's spinning.
Uh-oh.
My stuff. It's all right. He's fine. He's the man of
And-
steel.
Yeah.
It lands on.
The
I'm
Chris.
assuming this is as Chris Pine, Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Pratt. Yeah.
Huh. Oh, okay. So it's Hemsworth, Pine, and Pratt.
Yes.
I'm gonna spin again. Screw it. Let's go. Let's go.
Might as well
balls to
go
the
for
wall
it.
here.
All right. He's got to spin again. Let's give that wheel another whirl. And landing on big spin here for Jared Haibon. Oh, and what is it going to land on? It looks like Charlize Theron. Charlize Theron.
Oh, one of my
Uh-oh.
favorites.
All right, Charlize Theron. And you will be getting your questions in round number 2 from Miss Steph Sabra. So, Steph, in the category of Charlize Theron, whenever you're ready.
All right, Jared, in the category of Charlize Theron, your first question: which Twilight alum co-stars alongside Charlize Theron in Snow White and the Huntsman?
Kristen Stewart.
Kristen Stewart is correct, Bella Swan, if you may, as we move to your second question in round number 2. Who co-stars alongside Charlize Theron as M16 agent David Percival in Atomic Blonde?
Multiple choice, please.
Is it A, James McAvoy, B, Ryan Gosling, C, Ewan McGregor, D, Luke Evans?
I've never seen this movie. I'm gonna say Luke Evans.
Luke Evans is incorrect.
All right, so now Gerald Battoglia will have the opportunity to get a steal here. We'll read the question again for you and the answer choices, and then you can give us your answer, Gerald.
Gerald, so the question is, who co-stars alongside Charlize Theron in as M16 agent David Percival in Atomic Blonde? A, James McAvoy, B, Ryan Gosling, C, Ewan McGregor, D, Luke Evans?
James McAvoy.
James McAvoy is correct with a big steal in round number 2 for Gerald.
A 1-point steal, putting him up by 11. That could come into play here. We will see. We will see as we get to the next question. The next question in the category of Charlize Theron.
For your third question in round number 2, Jared, Charlize Theron has won 1 Best Actress Academy Award. For which film did she win?
Monster.
Monster it is, a great film and Nicki Minaj's best verse. As we move to your fourth and final question in the category of Charlize Theron in round number 2. What poisoned fruit does Charlize Theron's character give to Snow White in Snow White and the Huntsman?
I mean, I've never seen the movie, so this sucks. But I'm assuming it's an apple.
An apple a day keeps the doctor
All
away
right.
and gives you another point in round number 2 points in round number 2. That's a good guess.
All right, and that is the conclusion, I believe, of your round number 2, and the score is 18-11. 18-11. Getting that Charlize Theron, those last 2 questions in Charlize Theron proved to be paramount, especially that pull from Monster. That was a good pull there. Pink wig, thick ass, give him whiplash, and we move to round number 3 here in the First Class League, and here's how round number 3 works. Round number 3 works as such. Each competitor will get numbers between 1 and 20. You will select 3 numbers between 1 and 20. Those will correspond to 3 different categories on their wheel. Questions are worth 2, 3, and 5 points. Competitors have 15 seconds to answer each question. Now, there's no stealing or multiple choice in this round. No stealing or multiple choice. So here's where we sit right now. It is 18-11. There's a 7-point lead from Gerald Battoglia, who has still not missed a single question thus far. So Jared will have to make up significant ground here in order to kick it back to Gerald. So, Gerald, though, you are in the lead. You get to select your numbers first. Your 3 numbers between 1 and 20, sir.
We'll go with 17, 18, and 12.
17, 18, 12, and Jared.
Let's go 3, 14, and 16.
3, 14, and 16. 3, 14, and 16. Okay. So we are in round number 3. Steph Sabral will be administering the questions to you, Jared. And you have selected for your first category, number 3, the number 3, which corresponds to the 2010s. To the 2010s. 2010s.
First
All right.
things first, I'll eat your brains, and then we'll move to the 2010s. 20 for your first question in the category of the 2010s in round number 3, Jared. This 2019 psychological thriller directed by Todd Phillips garnered Joaquin Phoenix a Best Actor Oscar for playing the titular role.
Joker.
That's correct.
That is correct. And we get to your next question. Your next question is you selected the number 14. Number 14, that corresponds to action adventure. Action adventure. And here we go for your 3-point question.
All right, Jared, for your 3-point question in round number 3. This actor plays U.S. Navy pilot and hotshot Lieutenant Pete Maverick Mitchell in Top Gun.
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise is correct. I won't jump on the bed like he did a couch, but you do get the points for that.
If you didn't get that one, we would have had some issues.
I was gonna walk upset. I have a giant
walked...
poster of Jerry Maguire in my room. If I didn't get Tom Cruise as Maverick, I would shut down Skype right now.
Help you.
I encourage everybody to go over there and check out the Top Gun exhibition match that Mark Ellis and I hosted with Mark Riley and Ben Bateman on the SEN channel. As we get to now, Jared, your 5-pointer, your final question in round number 3, you selected the number 16. 16 corresponds to the category of directors. Directors. All right. And for your 5-point question in the category of directors.
All right, Jared, for your final question in round number 3. Who directed 1988's Coming to America, although he did not return for the sequel?
Spike Lee.
And your winner, by way of TKO, the wise guy, Gerald Battoglia. Looking for John Landis. John Landis. John Landis, Jared Haibon jumping the gun there. We have Gerald Battoglia not missing a single question. We're going to talk to both of these gentlemen here in just one moment. Just one moment. Steph, that match flew by. There was a lot that happened there. The main story for me, though, these are the two things that I saw. First off, Gerald Battoglia not getting anything wrong. All 100% correct. Even in his steals opportunity, getting everything right. Very impressive there. My other thing with Jared is, look, he found his way through that Charlize Theron category. Not the easiest thing in the world. Made up some significant ground from that 4-point deficit he had in round number 1. And then I feel like he got all the way to the 5-pointer. He rushed it a little bit in that 5-pointer.
Yeah, I think that's an accurate assessment, and sometimes you don't know it, so you pull it, and sometimes you think you know it, so you say the answer that you thought. But I will definitely say it flew by for a few reasons. I think both men were answering questions pretty fast, whether that played to their benefit or not. It still played like a fast game, but Gerald was extremely impressive. I mean, he did not flinch. He was just answering right answer after right answers, like Steph in the 3-pointers, just swish, 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 didn't miss.
Oh, not
and
you.
Jared, I will
Other
say
Steph.
that he's a great competitor, but this wasn't the round 1, I think, really did get him behind in a way where he couldn't afford to miss that 5-pointer.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. He was draining them like Steph Curry. You have to be specific with your Stephs. You know, I mean, I thought you were talking about yourself. I was like, does Steph have game? Steph have game like that?
You don't know that I don't. I don't.
That's why.
Friends, and I come out victorious.
All right. Well, I'd like to see it someday.
The
I'd
nails
like to
don't
see it.
stop me, Brad.
I would never even make such a claim. I would never even make such a claim. But yeah, I think that you're absolutely right. So I want to hear from both of these men. Obviously, this win gets Gerald Battoglia that much closer to an opportunity at the FCL championship. You know, our match in the main event will determine who the two competitors will be in that match on June 15th. But this one, Gerald Battoglia, I would like to say, would probably be close to next in line after that match. So I'd like to hear from him and his thoughts. So let's hear from the wise guy right now, Steph Sabra. Take it away.
Gerald, wise guy, whatever you want to call it, you came out with the win today, and you did so in such an impressive manner. You did not miss a question. You didn't look nervous at any point, but were you in hiding that? Because it felt like you just knew answer after answer after answer.
Nah, I ain't nervous. Look at me. I'm nice and relaxed in this nice suit, and I love wearing a good suit. I'm sweating my gagoots off over here, but hey, I know what I'm doing out there.
I mean, clearly you do. You're now 2-0 in the FCL. And I gotta ask, is this kind of what you expected, knowing some of the competition that's out there? Did you think that you could be coming out as one of the lead competitors in this division?
Well, I don't want to disrespect my opponents. So far, they've been great. And look, I want to face the best. That's what I want to do. So, I'm ready for the next challenge.
Is there anyone specifically that you're looking at that you would like to take on?
Like I said, I'm looking for the best, so give me the best. You push the button, I'll take the shot.
I absolutely love it. In the meantime, how will you be celebrating your win, and when do you start prepping for the next match?
Well, tonight I'm going to go and I'm going to celebrate with my wife. Tomorrow, I'm going to celebrate with my guma. And then after that, I'm going to get right back to work. There's no slacking off in this game.
Sounds like the Italian way in the best way possible. I hope your pasta is al dente tonight, and congratulations again for that big win. 0 misses. It was such a pleasure to watch.
Thank you.
Well, I gotta say, he pulled up in that Tonka like an automobile gangster. You know what I mean? I mean, he came through this show this evening. I knew you'd like that. He came through the show this evening and really rocked it. And I gotta say, the wise guy is definitely someone to watch. This is another perfect game for this man. I don't believe he may have only missed one in the first match. I'd have to go check the stats there. He might have not missed any. So he's definitely someone I'm sure that a lot of managers have their eye on, and a very impressive man. But you know what? So was his competitor today. His competitor had to fight back after such a first-round deficit and came within just one answer of having a 4-point lead. So I want to hear from that man right now. This is Too Smooth. Jared Haibon. Steph, it's all yours.
Jared, I know that it didn't turn out the way that you had planned, but I gotta say, the fans watching live love you. I think it's so fun to watch you. I can't wait to watch you play again. But what are your thoughts finishing that match that we just saw?
I mean, Gerald didn't miss an answer. He got the extra point, so he got 9 in the first round. I struggled in the first round. The John Goodman question, that was on me. I had a 50-50 shot. And a couple other questions I probably should have known, studied a little bit more. And then the second round, probably should have stayed on the Chrissies because I knew those better than Charlize. But honestly, I still got 6 points out of that, but he stole another point, so he kind of furthered his lead. It just wasn't, and I didn't know John Landis, honestly, so even if I took my time, I still wouldn't have pulled it. And he's good. He's really good. I didn't bring my A game. I'm still confident in the way I play. But, hey, I'll give him all the credit in the world. He was the better man today.
You're still 1-1. A lot of people don't even have that win yet in the FCL, and you have the experience in the MTS. So I don't think anyone's walking away from this thinking Jared's not someone to beat or to watch. You are absolutely both of those things. Just sometimes, as we know how these questions are asked, sometimes they're blind spots. With the questions that you feel like are blind spots with the Langus question, how will you be studying for those in those types of movies, or like how will you be approaching the next match you step into?
Yeah, I guess just improve on my weaknesses and continue with my strengths. So I always think that, like, I never get the category I need to get in round 2. So, I can't bank on the wheel to spin in my way, even though I feel like it hasn't spun in my way pretty consistently, which obviously, hey, that's the way the cookie crumbles. But I'll just keep working on, trying to fine-tune my game, continue in the FCL. Like you said, I'm 1-1. I feel good about my first victory. I feel good about my game today. I came back. I still scored 16 points. If I was able to just pull one more question, that if I picked a different category, maybe I would put him on the ropes to have to answer 2 questions of his correctly. So a lot could have changed.
And yeah, that is so true. It leads to the 5-point questions sometimes, and it all comes down to, what if that question I didn't miss and I got it right. But you mentioned Gerald in his performance today, which obviously was exceptional. He didn't miss a question. Is he someone that you'd like to beat and compete against again?
Oh, yeah, 100%. I mean, the difference between me and Gerald today was that he knew a couple things that, like, I knew in my head. Like the Lucy question was one that's like, I know this movie, I just can't pull the name of it. Mm-hmm. Or some other questions. And then he obviously got the 2000s in round 2, which, hey, to his credit, he nailed all of them. They weren't the most difficult questions, but that's, hey, he spun the wheel, he got it, good for him. And so I'd love to compete against him again, yeah.
Well, Jared, it is such a pleasure seeing you again. I hope that you get to wind down tonight with your lowest, as I know you're a Superman fan, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Oh, man, how can you not like that guy? They call him Too Smooth, and what a charmer. Man's a charmer. I gotta tell you. Yeah, I'm a big fan. It's fun
to watch. I mean, it's sometimes, like he was mentioning, it is those 5-point questions. It's how the wheel spins or how you give it a whirl, where it lands. It can all play to your favor or not. And tonight it did play in Gerald's favor. But honestly, I don't know, with how he was performing, it's like, would he have missed anything?
The thing is, we don't know. We didn't get to see him go in that last round. We didn't get to see him in his round 3, which we know the question difficulty takes a step up every single round. I would like to see Gerald in that position, although he played so well, he didn't have to be. And then with Jared, I think that was really, really great stuff that you got out of him when he mentioned, hey, look, I could have taken all the time in the world. I wouldn't have gotten John Landis. It just wasn't going to happen. Just wasn't going to happen. So from that perspective, he was actually playing like a veteran, said, look, I'm not going to delay this. This is my instinct. This is my gut instinct. Spike Lee, I'm going to say it. If it's right, great. If it's not, I that's the only thing I'm coming up with. So, delaying the inevitable isn't something that he's going to do. And I think that, again, had that round one, had he gotten those polls like Lucy and the Monsters, Inc. question, we would have had to have seen Gerald go in round number 3 at the very least, answer 1 or 2 questions. So the dynamics of this game can shift literally with one missed answer, and I think that this match today was a great showing of that. It was a great illustration of how important every single point can be in this game.
You're absolutely right. You have to come with the knowledge. You have to be able to recall the knowledge.
Yeah.
And you have to have a little bit of luck on your side when it comes to the wheel. And those definitely all played a factor today. But one thing's for sure, Gerald is someone that any competitor in this league and any manager in the MTS should be looking at, because he's shown nothing but really great, solid performances.
Oh, absolutely. And you pointed out, too, he's 1-1. There are a lot of people who are still 0-1 or 0-2. They haven't gotten that first win yet. So we will see what the future holds for both of these men. We want to remind everybody, too, if you are watching us right now on the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Twitch channel, we have full YouTube versions of these matches on the Schmoedown Extras channel over there on YouTube. So make sure you go subscribe to that and watch us every single Sunday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And you can also check us out in audio form with our own FCL First Class League podcast, available through Spotify and all of your favorite podcast apps. You can listen to Steph Sabra and I quote Nicki Minaj lyrics for the entirety of a match, or you can watch us every single Tuesday here on Twitch. Also, make sure you go support us and buy that FCL merch on the Skybound store. Steph Sabra coming up next. This is big. This is a big match. The winner will face the spoiler Nick Harley June the 15th in our main event for the FCL Championship. We are going to see Vanessa Fitzsimmons taking on Kofi Outlaw. We remember both of these people very impressive in their first matches. Vanessa, very emotional after her win. You could tell how much it meant to her. Kofi Outlaw had to go against the Kingsman, Devon Stewart, and that is a challenge all to itself. Both of them are ready. What do you think? What are you feeling about this match that we're about to see?
Oh, I really don't know. These are two completely different players in terms of how they compete in this league, and opposite sides of the personality spectrum. We have Vanessa, who is energetic and funny and spicy and a little bit sassy, and we have Kofi, who keeps himself covered until he's ready to compete. He's like a silent assassin. So I'm excited, and I've been waiting to see the dynamic of these two unfold.
Sometimes I'm afraid that those nails are going to come through the screen and like poke me.
Listen, men, don't mess with me.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Well, that's Steph Sabra on the boat, Brad Gilmore. We have our main event coming up next on the First Class League. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Well, that's going to do it for this video. Make sure you let us know your thoughts down below in the comments. Also, make sure you hit like and subscribe. And follow Cinefanatics on social media. And as always,
don't feed Triscuits to the manatees.
not a sponsor.
The manatees or the Triscuits?
Either one. Anyways, later.
See ya.
Woo.
Okay.
Done with that one. That was good.
I don't know if that ending made any sense, but whatever.
Yeah. Oh. Check that out. I got an email from the First Class League. They're telling me I have another match.
Cool. Wait, what? No way. I don't believe you. Let me see that. They're giving you a second match before they've even given me my first?
Yeah, does seem kind of odd, doesn't it?
No, that's not odd. That's disrespectful. I'm actually kind of pissed off about this.
Well, why don't you just, write Brad or something?
You know what? Maybe I will.
Okay, well, I gotta go to the store real quick. Do you want me to pick you up any salt?
No, I have plenty.
Okay, well, later.
Dear Commissioner Gilmore. Nah, don't be petty. Don't be petty. Dear Commissioner Boat, where is my match?
What? Another message from the FCL? Who do they want me playing? Oh, this is gonna be good. Oh, it was only a matter of time.